What do we have here?
Yeah, here I thought we were special.
Fellas, this here's Bagman.
Hangman.
Whatever.
What the hell kind of mission is this?
Everyone here is the best there is. Who the hell are they gonna get to teach us?
Captain Pete Maverick Mitchell. Let me be perfectly blunt. You are not my first choice. You are here at the request of Admiral Kazansky, AKA Iceman. He seems to think that you have something left to offer the Navy. What that is, I can't imagine.
With all due respect, sir, I'm not a teacher. Just want to manage expectations.
What the hell?
Good morning, aviators. This is your captain speaking.
And we're off.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
We're going into combat on a level no living pilot's ever seen.
Not even him.
You think up there you're dead. Believe me.
My dad believed in you. I'm not gonna make the same mistake.
Someone's not coming back from this.
Those are your pilots. Anything happens to them. You'll never forgive yourself.
No turning back now.
Having any fun yet?
Hi, my name is Gil Robertson, president of the African American Film Critics Association. Today we have an exciting episode for you as we're talking to two of the lead actors in the upcoming film Top Gun, Jay Ellis and Greg Tarzan Davis. Hi, guys.
Hey.
We're going to kick things off by introducing you to the members of AAFCA who are on the call today, beginning with our facilitator, Katia Woods in Philadelphia, SHARONDA Williams in Atlanta, Rhonda Rasha Penrice, also in Atlanta, Dana Abercrombie in New York, and Mercedes Springer in, of course, Atlanta. I'm going to let you guys do what you do so well, and I will see you on the other side.
Hey, how are both of y'all doing today?
Hey.
Oh, we're doing good. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Y'all look so handsome on screen. I was like, yelling it in this movie right now.
You know, that's why we got hired.
Well, one of the things that I want to know for the both of you, it is a really big deal to be in a Top Gun film. And I wanted to know, what was that first moment on set? What is the first thing that you needed to do to be like, okay, this is really happening. I'm in a Top Gun film. What was that moment that you had to do first to make it real?
I think it was real from the minute we got in the cars to go to San Diego. Like, all of it, I don't know, it all hits you in waves too, because there's moments where you're just like, we're all in base camp, chilling, talking, and then you look up and it's like 15 like F-18s just sitting behind you. And then you go into a scene and you're like, oh, there's John Hamm. And then there's Tom Cruise. And then it's like, wait, is this happening for real? Like, it was just this constant wave of being hit with it.
Yeah, I think agreed. And also, we went to this dinner at the air boss's house.
Yes.
And we were talking to all of the military people and family and stuff like that. And they were just telling us how much the first Top Gun meant to them and how excited they are for this one. I was like, oh, that's why we're here. Yeah. I thought we were just partying, but no, we're here to make a movie. I think that was when it really solidified, like, oh, we're making Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah. I also just want to say, I remember the time when Tarzan got to meet me for the first time. And when I look back at that time, it was a real highlight in his life. You know what I mean? I'm sure he's met some other famous people along the way, but.
Can we cut that out? This is, we don't want to lie in interviews.
Tarzan didn't think I was going to talk to him when we first met.
I didn't. No, I didn't, He thought he was gonna be the only black guy on set. Then I came strolling in, and I was like, "No, brother,
You a lie, because I know Bashir and Charles.
Oh, yeah.
So you a lie. You already, I know Bashir and Charles.
Well, he thought it was only gonna be number 3. I was like, "Nope, it's 4."
Oh man.
In Abercrombie from the coalition, my question is, we get to see the final product. We get to see 2 hours and some change of everything that goes down. But can you talk about what was it like training? The things that we don't get to see. Can you talk a little bit about?
The things I don't want you to see, not that you don't get to see. I didn't know how to swim before starting this film, so I had to learn how to swim in order to pass the Navy qualifying test in order to get into F-18.
And I just want to throw this out. We trained with the U.S. Open Water Olympic swim coach. So it wasn't like we were just going to the pool and hanging out and trying to figure it out. We trained with a dude who trains Olympians for gold every single day. Go ahead.
And that's how I learned how to swim. So if you ever want to race me in the water, I'm gonna say no because I don't want to get in the pool. But if I wanted to, I can beat you. But no, we Tom created this program in order for us to get great footage, as you will see in the movie. In F-18, so we learned how to fly in a Cessna to get comfortable in it, as well as an extra 300 to prepare us for the Gs, and an L-39, which is like the step right before getting to the F-18. And I mean, without that preparation, I don't think we would have been able to get the great scenes that we did get.
Yeah, I mean, we did easily 6 months worth of flight training.
Yes.
It's about 40 hours, 45 hours worth of training in these 3 aircraft that he's talking about. And then this swim test that we prepared for. And then the swim test, which isn't even a part of the movie in any way, but purely just to be able to get in the F-18s in case you have to eject over water is what this test is for. And that test was like, it was a full day. It was like an 8-hour test, 2 hours of class, 4 hours of swimming, 2 hours of class. And, it pushes you because your body is moving the entire time. You got 40 pounds worth of gear on you. And we all, there's a portion of the test that you do individually that you have to pass. And then this last portion is in this thing called a helo dunker that drops in the water and spins 180 degrees while you're buckled in. And you can't unbuckle until it settles on the bottom. And then we have to work as a team to figure out how to get out and which exit to take. And I can't get out until he gets out, and then he can't get out until somebody else gets out. And so we really bonded and created a lot of, teamwork inside that training that ultimately doesn't make the movie.
Yeah, but the chemistry made the movie,
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Mercedes here with She Critiques in Atlanta. So you were just talking about going through all these tests and getting prepared, but nothing really prepares you to be in an F-18 fighter jet, and you have to act on top of that. So you're doing scenes airborne. Can you talk about that experience? And half of America, nobody will ever be in an F-18 fighter jet. So what's that experience, just being in the air and acting?
I was saying somebody yesterday, it's probably 7 actors who have been in an F-18. Who have shot in an F-18. Maybe some people have taken a Blue Angels ride, but like,
we're the 7.
We're the 7.
We're the 7. Well,
how
eight is Tom, but yeah.
How crazy is that?
Wow.
That's wild, bro.
Wow. Do we go in like the Guinness Book of World Records?
I think so.
Give me a
it's crazy. I mean, you're right. You can't train for that, right? You just got to get in and you got to do it. I will say, one of the things, this flight program that Tarzan was talking about, that Tom created for us, it was this gradual ramp up into, getting used to flying, getting comfortable in a plane, feeling like a pilot, understanding everything, being able to communicate, being able to follow all the rules in the air and know your aircraft. And then another portion of that was just the endurance of pulling G's and like what that's like to do day after day after day. And then you get in the F-18, and we all had some swag. Like, I feel like we all got like super cocky after that. Like, I felt like I was like dressing like Harder They Fall. Like, I was just like, come to town and see me.
Yes, indeed.
But then all of a sudden you get in the F-18 and like, you're so excited to be in there and to finally do it. And all this adrenaline is rushing through you, and you take off, and you all of a sudden you're going 700-800 miles an hour, and it all kind of goes away because of this new experience and everything coming at you. And then at the same time, it's all in you, and it all just kind of clicks in. You know what I mean? You remember that feeling? Like,
being up there for the first time, I mean, it's incredible. It's like this mystical beast that you're riding in, and there's so much power behind it. You're basically riding on an engine, and I remember, you know how when you're in a car, you don't feel like you're moving that fast? That's how it was in the jet, like when we were flying. It didn't feel like we were moving so fast. And you were like, hey, we just went Mach 1. And I was like, what, we did? And I was like, that's it? And he was like, oh no, hold on, my friend. And he was like, let's go, boom, boom, boom. So we did a mock dog fighting with 2 other jets. And I was like, oh, just like, shit. And that's when I felt the real power of these huge machines. So, oh, wow.
It's wild.
It's wild.
Yeah. And you also acting and you're rolling cameras and you're doing your makeup and your props and like, you know, you're telling the pilot what maneuvers you need to get for whatever scene that we're shooting. And it's all just coming at you so fast. There's only one way through it, and that's just to do it. And Tom was just such a great leader and always led by example.
Hi, Katia Woods, Couple Social, Philadelphia Tribune. So I'm actually old enough to remember when I was 16 when the first one came out. And it was like the thing between that, the soundtrack, the taglines. So talk a little bit, because there is a whole generation out there that has expectations. They know these characters. I mean, at least Tom's, they have a certain, like, show me what you got. Like, are we gonna enjoy this? And the movie, and did you say any of the taglines while you were filming?
you can't be on base in the aircraft and not say it. Yeah.
I feel like somebody said I feel the need for speed every single day.
Every single day. Yeah. But what's special about this movie, and Tom said this, first off, he's a person, he wouldn't have the career that he has if he didn't try to outdo himself every chance he got. And he wouldn't make this movie if he couldn't outdo the first one. Right. So I think it's going to be exciting for, you know, people like yourself who saw the original when it first came out to see it, because this movie, Top Gun Maverick, isn't trying to replicate the first one. It's a standalone movie where you don't even have to see the first one to enjoy this one. And but if you did, it just makes it even better, because for yourself who knew the younger Maverick, you grew with them. Now you're an adult and you probably have children and you have siblings, and now you're that mentor for other people, and you can actually resonate with his character on screen. And for the younger generation, I mean, we just made this kick butt film.
They're adults.
Oh, we just made this kick-ass film, you hear me? That y'all are gonna enjoy, and it's not just about the big spectacle behind it. There's like a story behind everything that happens. So I can't wait to hear what both generations, you know, people who saw the original when it first came out, and you know the Gen, is it Gen X? Is it
Gen X, Gen Z, the millennials?
I can't wait. Yeah.
Gen X probably saw it, so it's probably Gen Z, millennials, and whatever this next gen is. I think Gen A is what we're at now.
Serious?
Yeah.
We starting over?
I think we at Gen A now.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
But don't you feel old now, huh?
Thank you. No, you were right. The generation that saw it was Gen X. Thank you.
Well, listening to you guys, we can't even believe. Can you even believe that they paid you guys to do this? But
no, I wanted to get paid. I wanted to get paid.
But what were your greatest takeaways from working with Tom Cruise? What kind of advice going forward, or lessons that you learned that you're going to apply to your career?
I would just say every day is a lesson. Like it's this master class that you get to do over and over and over again every single day where you film with him, where you learn something new about him and his kind of journey, and you know the way he prepares, the way he studies. You know, he would watch a movie every single day while we were filming. He would still go home and watch a movie as a student and be studying films from all over the world, and then talking about, you know, character and story and structure and camera work. And then we'd get to work, we do our work, and he leans in and he's like, what if you did this? Or what if you tried? With every single one of us, he was just so gracious with his time and his storytelling. And I don't know, it just feels like if you ever just, like, there's this lifelong student quality and like this never always wanting to learn because you know that like you can still grow and you can still be better. And I feel like that's something that I take away. And the last thing I'll just say is like the way in which he cares for and protects his responsibility to an audience. Yes. I also think is unlike any other person out there because he is always thinking about his audience and how to entertain people and take them on this emotional ride and fall in love with characters.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, storytelling and knowing what's going to spark an emotion out the audience member. So when you go and see Top Gun Maverick, May 27, only in theaters, you're going to go on this journey, and there's a purpose for this journey. It's not by accident. And the person sitting next to you, in front of you, behind you, are going to go on that exact same journey because the story beats are so well thought out, and they you know, Tom, McHugh, Joe, Jerry, they've all, you know, come together and make it happen. But I will say, being a younger actor, I've learned a lot from everybody on this set. I think we all, you know, picked up from each other and stuff, but especially me, like Jay, my big brother, and he would teach me different stuff. I was sitting in on his phone calls. I would, you know, read different drafts and stuff of what he was doing, and he was there as a mentor for me as well. This has just been a great experience all around.
Love about this film is that theme of learning when to let go. Learning to let go of the past so you can move forward in your present and your future. And I wanted to know for the both of you, either personally or in your careers, you know, what have you done to really help yourself learn how to let go and heal from the past so you can really learn to move forward throughout your career or even just through life personally?
You go. You go.
You know, I think you work on a movie like this, and again, you work with an actor of the magnitude of Tom, and you have that experience, and then you take a step back and you look at all the things that you've done to that point and all the things that you want to be doing. And I think that like you have to be able to, for me anyway, I feel like I had this moment where I was like, everything that I do moving forward, I now know the type of work I need to put into it, where I thought, and I feel like I've gotten to be a part of some amazing things and even iconic, you know what I mean? And I think I look at those things and they are for that time. And now what I realize is that like I have to let go of those things, go let the world have them, and I still have to go and work for myself and be better and try new things and also live in fear, because that is where a lot of good stuff happens. And especially in our craft, like that's where a lot of really good stuff happens. So for me, I think just being able to like let go of something, walk into a new experience and give your all in that experience and take the lessons from the other stuff, but also know that not everything applies 100%.
Damn, that was a damn good answer.
I appreciate it, bro.
I
done been through some shit.
It sounds like it. I'm glad you pulled yourself out of it. God damn it. Let's give him a little background. No, I think, and I don't know if I'm answering your question or not, but watching somebody of Tom's magnitude be so generous, so humble, so giving, so like I don't know, there for other people and understanding like this isn't about me, this is about other people, this is about, you know, the audience members, this is about just making something great. You sit there and you learn that you're insignificant in comparison to the whole picture, the grand scheme of things. And I mean, now I look at things, and when I'm working with other people in anything in life, I'm like, you know, I'll step back and I say, this is, you know, it's not about me. It's about something bigger than me. It's always about something bigger than me. So you're able to move forward with generosity. You're able to give, and it comes back to you. Can I answer that properly? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's huge, bro. Okay. I think like I always think about like why we do what we do, and I think if the viewer and the audience is always like at the end of that, that's who you're holding sacred. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that is so much. It just changes the experience in such a in such an amazing way.
Thank you for taking me to therapy. I appreciate you.
That'll be $25 an hour.
Greg and Jay, thank you for your time today.
Yeah.
And good luck on this film. It truly is terrific, and it was great seeing you brothers represent.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
On behalf of the world's largest group of Black film critics, we thank you for watching this episode of AAFCA Roundtables. Have a great day.
Later, y'all.
Later.
Talk to you soon.